Hello friends, followers and channel members, welcome back to the channel. So there is a brand new platform coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator that could genuinely change the way many of us use and purchase add-ons. It's called Sim Atlas, and it brings something to Microsoft Flight Sim that many people have pushed back against for a long time now, because it's a subscription model for airport scenery add-ons. Close to 100 premium airports, one monthly price, and a completely different way of managing your airport add-ons. Now, some people may see a huge value in this, where others will see the exact opposite. It's a direction that not many people would ever want to take. So in our video today, we're going to quickly break down what Sim Atlas is, how it's going to work, and very importantly, I want to hear from you. What do you think about a subscription-based service for airport add-ons rather than purchasing each airport individually? So Sim Atlas, a new subscription-based add-on platform for both Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024. It launches in December with a waiting list already and Discord for them already available. The subscription is going to be priced at $16 per month, and at the launch you get access to nearly 100 premium airport sceneries with a combined value of over £1,300. Developers already included in this are the likes of Simulations, MXI Design, SoFly, SS3D, and Shade Scene, with more planned in the future. Importantly, any existing add-ons that you do have would continue to work normally alongside your Sim Atlas subscription. How it's planned to work is Sim Atlas will use its own lightweight client, and once installed you can pick up any airport and choose to either install it, download it, or stream it on demand. Now, this client must be open and running alongside Microsoft Flight Simulator, otherwise the sceneries would be deactivated, and all content updates are done automatically. There's going to be a free demo tier as well, using some freeware airports so that you can try the system before actually subscribing. Now, scenery you download stays on your disk even if you disable it, so you can re-enable it instantly if you wish. You need around 50 gigabytes of free space really to get the most out of this, and they also recommend at least 100 megabyte internet connection. Now, this is something that would have ridden me straight out a couple of weeks ago, because that is actually quite strong. But when you can preload everything, if you don't want to stream it, I suppose that would mitigate the need for this. So Sim Atlas will work offline once the scenery has been preloaded, but you will need an internet connection to launch the actual client. Now, from a developer point of view, the creators will get recurring royalties as long as the content is being used, kind of the way that Spotify would do for streaming artists' songs. So streaming scenery is an interesting idea. Of course, streaming it is what Flight Sim 2024 does anyway, but is this something that you could get on board with? Because there are quite a few positives here. First of all, the value, you're getting over £1,300 worth of airports at the cost of a single payware add-on. It also creates a try before you buy kind of situation for dozens of locations, and you could also discover smaller creators that you may not normally have ever looked at. Everything will update automatically, there's no zip files, no community folder juggling, and enabling or disabling scenery is a one-click action, which means you can keep your flight sim loading times as fast as possible. If you only fly to a handful of airports though, is this pointless, or is it still worth it for discovering new places? But of course, I fully understand why people are skeptical, because a lot of people are already dealing with subscription models for many things like Navigraph or air traffic control programs. And now with a potential scenery subscription, things start to become quite expensive. And what if the service ever goes offline? Suddenly all your scenery would stop working instantly. Some people will also worry about the performance. Will streaming airports impact the loading times and the performance overall of the simulator? And then there's also the question of who will join next. Will major developers, the likes of Fly Tampa or Flightbeam, FS Dream Team for example, will they ever support a subscription model? Or worse, could this be an open door which leads other developers to think along the same lines? Something I definitely do not want to happen, as in my personal view it will become just like Netflix, Disney Plus, Sky, Paramount, all these services for just the one things that you want to watch. And so could we potentially be looking at the future of downloaded content for Microsoft Flight Simulator? Again, really interested to hear your thoughts on this. Where do you stand? Let me know down in the comments below. But if you fly to lots of different places and you're not just basing yourself after the same few airports over and over, then this could actually be a really good thing for you. You get to explore the entire world for the price of a single add-on. From a developer's point of view though, it could make quite a bit of sense. Creators get to keep full control of their works through a DRM, and they earn ongoing royalties instead of relying purely on one-time sales. The studio can license one product at a time or their entire catalogue, and it gives smaller developers lots more visibility. And while Sim Atlas will launch with just scenery only, the team has already said they do plan to expand into other content types like aircraft, utilities and other sim enhancement add-ons. They stated that their goal is to make content easier to discover and vastly more affordable. Long term, they're clearly aiming for a complete ecosystem under one subscription. What if they ever went and got major players like PMDG, Phoenix or Inibuilds in? Would that be an instant yes for you? Well, I would imagine that the cost would probably have to go up. My personal view is that I think this is going to divide lots of people out there. For those of you who visit lots of different airports, never returning to the same one twice, then this has great potential for you guys. For those who like to visit set airports most of the time, then purchasing those one-off purchases is probably still the way to go. A personal worry of mine, and probably many of you as well, is this the future for flight sim add-ons? Instead of purchasing them outright, are they going to move into a subscription-based service, which I know from experience many of you are strictly against? And so again, I ask you to share your thoughts and comments down below. Genuinely interested to see if this is a good or bad thing for you and what your feelings are towards this and the potential future way of working. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and of course, if you have, please don't forget to leave a like. And remember, if you're not yet a subscriber, then ensure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell so you don't miss any of our future videos and of course live stream flights. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all again in the next one. Bye bye for now.